So I think I'm gonna show a little bit of
The body.
What's up guys? This is Ato Tamashi. Last time I posted this fan art challenge where I asked you guys to describe your OC and I'll draw them solely based on that description you guys provided. And you guys didn't disappoint. There's a lot of good short entries here. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's choose our lucky victims. So our first victim is from that Roblox elf. So her OC name is Yuki Kameko. She is detective from Japan, 28 years old, has white hair, red eyes, while one of her eyes are blind. She has red ribbon, wears formal detective wear, has many piercings on her ears. Make sure that she focuses on her job and that nothing she wears interferes on her job. That's actually cool. So the first thing we're gonna do is come up with a sketch. I'm just gonna try and come up with the posing. It's gonna take a while, so I'll be right back.
1 hour later.
Alright, now we have the posing. Next step is pretty simple. I'm gonna give her a ponytail kind of hairstyle to highlight the red ribbon. For her outfit, I'll keep it simple. A long sleeve with a blazer. Nothing too flashy. She's a detective, not a model. Oops, don't forget about the ear piercings. Alright, there's our sketch. Now it's time to add some colors. Now I always start my process with some color blocking. So there goes our blazer. And the white hair. Let's do her red eyes. Now if you want to make the eye looks blind, just use a desaturated version of the other eye color. It's a simple trick, but it works. Now why is she blind? I don't know. Maybe it's because of her job. Maybe she caught the bad guy. Bad guy fought back and pokes her eye. And she'd be like, Anyway, I'm just gonna add subtle details like hair strands to add some convincing details. You don't actually need to add 1,000 single strands. You only need few. Why do more when few do trick, right? Let's add some highlights as well to make the skin pop and more interesting to look at. There you go. After all that yapping, here is my version of Yuki. Now let's see if we capture her original design. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Anyway, thank you Kiwi for joining. I do really hope you like what I did to your OC. Alright, let's do another one, and this time it's from Rose of Atoms. And her OC is Daphne. As usual, I'm gonna start with a sketch. Now Rose of Atoms said she has a voluptuous figure. I googled it and it means curvy. So I think I'm gonna show a little bit of
The body.
Anyway, I'm gonna make her boobs and hips bigger to create that curvy figure. Alright, now for the face, I think I'm gonna draw it like she's looking down on you. Like she's fully aware you've made nothing but poor life choices since birth. Sketch is done. Now let's update our checklist before we move on to the colors. For her skin, she has a medium deep complexion with red undertones. Her hair is deep dark purple. For the lips, she has two-toned berry gloss lips, so I'm gonna use purple and red color. Now, to be honest, the way I drew her, she gives off a very sassy, ultra-rich woman, slay-ass queen kind of energy. Like she is so rich with a snap of her fingers, she can make everyone obey her. And you know what? Right now, she is snapping her fingers and wants you to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Anyway, let's go back to the painting. Since I think her signature color is purple, for clothing, I think I'm gonna use one of the complementary color of purple, which is green, just to make the painting a little bit more interesting. I'm just gonna add some more details. Let's render the hair a little bit more. Let's not forget about the highlights. Booyah! Instant glossy lips. Alright, here's my version of Daphne. Okay, let's see the original design. I am so sorry. Though I'm happy because we both used green as a color for her outfit. Anyway, Rose of Atom, thank you for joining. I hope you liked my version of your OC. Alright, let's move on to the third one. And it came from Tentacles and Vodka. So his OC is an eldritch man who is a mafia boss from 1950s New York City. Pale and uncanny valley-like, big tit. So as usual, I'm gonna start with a sketch. Since we are dealing with a non-human look, I'm gonna exaggerate some of the proportions here, like the nose, I'm gonna make it a little bit pointy and long. And as well as the mouth, I'm gonna stretch it even more. I think we can add some stitches, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I like it. Since he's the mafia boss, I'm giving him that classic mafia hat. You know, like the one Michael Jackson wore. I think we can make his look more non-human if we add single strands of hair just like this. Alright, that's our sketch. Now let's proceed to add some color to this guy. Now this will be easy because the skin of this character is pale, so we can just use the white color. I don't really know this guy's backstory, but in my version, he's just a misunderstood guy. He's actually really kind, but people made him an outcast just because of how he looks. He didn't take over the mafia for power. He did it to protect those who couldn't protect themselves. Moral of the story? Don't book the cover by its judge. Anyway, here's my final interpretation of Mr. Black. Now let's see if you didn't ruin his original design. My version is just too yassified, my guy. Anyway, thank you Tentacles and Vodka for joining, and I do hope you still support me after I ruined your OC. Alright, moving on to the that's a long as description. You know what? I'm gonna rap the shit out of this. Ready? Hello Sigmas, it's my turn to
Damn it.
Alright, here's the summary description for Saber Lopez. Now, he was created by Daylight Russian Dolls. As usual, we're going to start with the sketch. Description says he wears a sleeveless hoodie. The hair is like Hisoka's but shorter. And then he has scar on his upper lip and the nose bridge. Then he has a neck fire tattoo. Now he is also obsessed with gold ear piercings, rings, arm bracelets, and he wears a gold dog tag. Alright, this man is hotta hotta. Let's proceed to add some colors. He has a chocolate skin, he has red hair, and an intimidating golden eyes. And then the golden earrings. Then the black hoodie. Then last we do the golden dog tag. Nice. Now we are done with the color blocking. Now it's time for color dot. No, just kidding. It's time to add more details. Let's add the white patches. As usual, let's add some shadows. Let's render the hair real quick. Alright, it's looking great so far. Let's render him a bit more. You know what? I simply love the details of this OC. I mean, he has fire powers but isn't immune, so the burn marks make sense. The shape of the hair also matches his cocky and intimidating vibe. Great work, Daylight Russian Dolls. Quick commercial: if you want to support me on this platform and unlock some cool extras, I have a membership available on this channel. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Really simple tip if you want to do jewelry. Take a base color, add some lighter color to where the light hits, then add some shadows. Now create a new layer, set it to hard light, then watch the magic happens. Boom! Instant jewelry. I got this technique when I quickly started wheel up. Alright, here's my version of Saber Lopez. Let's see if we got it right this time. Oh, okay. I think my version is not that bad. I kind of like it, to be honest. I think I got the overall look and vibe of the original design, at least most of it. So yeah, thank you Daylight Russian Dolls for joining. I do hope you like my interpretation of your Pookie. So the next one is from Nikico Arts.
Thank you.
So this is his character descriptions, and as always, we're gonna start with a sketch. By the way guys, if you wanna learn my method on how to draw head at different angle, check out this free tutorial on my channel. Now if you wanna see the full one, you can check my Patreon. I'll put up the link on the description down below. For her hair, I'm gonna go with the braided kind of hairstyle because in her description, she wears an armor. So I guess she is a warrior. And most of the female warrior I know have this kind of hairstyle. Now, since she is a mythical, the best way to show that is by giving her Dobby ears. Let's draw her armor real quick. Alright, there's our final sketch. Let's add some colors. I'm gonna do some color blocking first. Now based on her description, she has a dark brown skin. She wears a golden armor. Her hair is a combination of purple and blue. And her moon mark is green, which is a solid choice of color because it contrasts the main color, which is purple. Okay, that looks good. Let's add some shadows. For the lips, Nico didn't specify the exact color, so I guess I'm just gonna use dark purple to somehow match her hair. I'll be honest, I haven't mastered painting armor yet, so I'm just gonna pretend it's jewelry and do my best. Fake it till you make it. Her hair looks like an uncooked noodles, so I'm just gonna render it a bit more. Also, we can't forget those golden highlights. She gotta be pretty before she's slaying your entire family. Let's not forget the highlights. Alright, there's our female mythical warrior with golden armor and golden highlights on her eyes. Ato Tamashi is doing it, folks. You know what? The original design is really good. I like it. So thank you Nico for joining. I do hope you like my interpretation of your OC because you simply don't have a choice. Next one is from Wandering Moran. First things first is the sketch. Now according to the description, he has a ponytail with shorter bangs in the front that have a middle part. So if I understand that correctly, it looks something like this. Let's refine the clothes a little bit. Now according to the description, he wears a genetic kind of denim blue cultivation robe set, arm and legs wraps that are a burgundy?
Nani?
Burgundy? Red-brown? Alright, that's our final sketch. Let's do colors. Again, he has a purple hair. Light purple for the eyes and diamond on the forehead. For the clothes, obviously we have blue robe set and red-brown for the arms and legs. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I don't know shit about clothes, so I'm gonna force my way through this part and do some random rendering and hope for the best.
This don't look right.
Alright, I'm gonna add some highlights to his hair and also add some hair strands. Let's not forget the cherry on top, which is the highlights. Alright, there's my version of Fu Xiao. Let's compare. Okay. Although in the original design, he looks kind and gentle person, in my version, he looks like he's about to do something very bad. Anyway, thank you Wandering Moran for participating in this challenge. I hope you like my version of Fu Xiao. Last but not least, we have Chizimi26 and her OC is Shayen. So as usual, we're starting with the sketch. While we're doing the sketch, let me tell you Shayen's backstory. Shayen is an 18-year-old noble woman living in a world where monster-like spirit beings roam. And while society sees them as dangerous, Shayen actually finds more peace with them than with her own family and other nobles. But if you are an animal, spirit, or servants, Shayen loves you. That's a cute and unique story, to be honest. I like it. Since Shayen loves being around spirits, I'm gonna draw her hugging one. And surprise, it's my OC, Fluffle. Everyone, meet Fluffle. He's an axolotl. I'm going to make him as ridiculously adorable as possible. Since she is hugging my cute axolotl, Let's make her super happy. Let's put the wing decoration behind her ear. Okay, that's our final sketch. Let's move on to color blocking. Her hair is deep purple. Wait, why Aussie has purple hair?
What is going on?
Are you the same person? Huh? Description says the end of her hair is white. Now, let's do her black dress. Ooh, I love the color combination here. Nice. Then let's put some color for Fluffle. Since he is a spirit, I'm gonna make him blue. Alright, now we are done with the color blocking. It's time to add shadows. I'm gonna render the hair real quick. Let's add some highlights. Let's not forget about the golden engravings. Let's render Fluffle a little bit. There's my version of Shayen. Moment of truth. At this point, I wanna be kind to myself. I roasted my skill multiple times already. I think I got this one correct. And you have to say yes. The design is really cool. The color combination is what stood out to me the most. I really enjoyed drawing Shayen. CheesyMe26, thank you for joining. I do hope you liked my version of Shayen. That's it. To everyone who joined, thank you so much for participating. I absolutely loved all your designs. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider supporting me on channel memberships or Patreon. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If this video somehow goes viral, I'll definitely make this one a series. Let me know in the comments which version I drew was your favorite. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more art content like this. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye!